Yep. Oh, yes. Whoa, let's get this tucked the right way here, the wire. All right, we are live on YouTube. How is everybody doing today? Yeah, I believe it's Tuesday. I've been getting my days mixed up a lot lately because between my schedule and my lady's schedule and some other things, I've been getting my days mixed up. But I believe it is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022, the day that this is being done live. If you're here on the replay, great, tremendous replay value indefinitely. I create nothing but evergreen content here for the most part. So there's a big truck coming. Probably like a moving truck. Hope you're having a good one. If you're here live, I do apologize for the late start. There's just always a lot going on with me, and I was also preparing a secondary stream that's going to be happening tonight from the studio at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Dating advice for men and women. Volume 11 will be happening tonight. The event is already out there public, so you can share it out if you'd like, just like you can share this stream out right now if you're here live or even on the replay. Oh, yeah. I feel amazing today. I feel really good. I typically always feel good. And Queen says, I am here. Derek is here too. Hello, host and Queen. Hello, Derek. Hello, Queen. How are you all doing? I'm sure Lewis Fuller will be joining us. You know, after he did his live stream earlier today. I wasn't going to say anything, but I don't really care anymore. This is my space, right? This is my thing, right? And I'm just going to start off the show by saying that, you know, the same super troll that's been coming at me for years, not a big deal. It's rather comical. You know, trolled Lewis's chat today, and Lewis, you know, was talking about it behind the scenes within the Coach Eli private moderator group chat on Facebook we have going on with all the moderators of my channel. And it was funny because he was saying, yeah, this dude come in and basically told me that if you don't get rid of Eli, stop supporting Eli, I'm going to keep coming after you. I'm going to keep coming at you, right? Yeah, digitally on the internet, right. I'm going to keep trolling you as a grown-ass man. Right? Now, Queen's tired of this stuff. Queen Helen Casey's been... Oh, yeah, we're back. Sorry about that, Queen and everyone else. This is the place where there's a lot of interference, and I get cut off every so often. Hopefully it'll be fine. I'm back. But like I was saying a second ago, you know, about this super troll been coming at me for years and trolled Lewis's live stream chat this morning. And Lewis was making us aware about it in the Coach Eli private moderator group chat on Facebook behind the scenes with all the mods, right? I know Queen's tired of it. I get it. I totally get it. I just think it's rather funny because it's like this guy's trying to be anonymous and stuff, and everyone knows who he is, right? And I'm like, what did he say? Just for shits and giggles, right? He's like, he called me a KUK, right? Which is, it's actually spelled C-U-C-K, but YouTube holds that message or that word for review. So he has to bypass YouTube's filters by calling him a KUK, right? And I'm like, there's only one person that trolls in that way still to this day, right? And there's only one person that keeps coming at anyone I care for to try to just, you know, somehow get me off of YouTube, right? It is boring, Queen. It's absolutely boring. Don't worry, we'll get the meat and potatoes soon. Trust me. So I sent a screenshot of the conversation to my girlfriend who's off today. And she's like, wow, this guy really is pathetic. He must be really miserable, right? I mean, what's comical to me at this point regarding this? I'm only stating it because it's comical, right? How can someone sustain doing something like this for so long and just not get tired of it, right? I mean, I can understand somebody really having it out for someone like this guy has for me, right? But how can you sustain something for so long and not get bored of it or tired of it, right? Anyway, enough of that, right? you know, Never mind. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna keep it respectful, professional, and mature, right? Because that's what we do here. Of course, we've had our moments in the past. We're all human. We all make mistakes, but for the most part, I try to keep things lighthearted here, professional, and very helpful, so people can truly accomplish whatever it is they want to accomplish in life, based on what I've experienced in 48 years of life at a personal and professional level. Oh yeah. So, surprised Lewis is not here yet, Queen. Where is Lewis, speaking of the devil? And I'm definitely sure your live stream is going to cut out. Oh, me too, Queen. It's just the atmospheric conditions. We know it's going to occasionally cut out, but I'll just keep coming back, right? No worries, no big deal, right? I don't sweat the small stuff like I used to, right? Most of us, will sweat the small stuff, right? And once you start to realize that it's not worthy, or it's not worth your time to sweat the small stuff, you kind of just start accepting things the way they are, right? In this case, with my stream cutting out here every now and then, it's the atmospheric conditions, the electrical interference, right? I've just, accepted it, and I just deal with it as best as possible. It is what it is. And I'm not going to stop walking here. I mean, I will be going to many other trails probably later on this week and in the future, right? I'm not always going to come here. But it is one of the easiest trails for me to get to, and I really love this trail because I can do this trail in about an hour and a half and get a 4-mile walk in, get my exercise, and it's not too far from home. So you know what? I put up with it. I put up with the reception issues out here. Ooh, I just flew through or walked through a herd of fleas or flies or whatever, right? 7 people here right now. 5 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Please, if you get a moment and you really truly support this content, please like this video, smash that like button, whether you're here live or on the replay. Please also share it out. Whether you're here live or on the replay, share it out on Facebook, on your timelines, through Facebook group pages, Facebook Messenger, on LinkedIn, tweet it out on Twitter, or any other social media site that you have a following at. I would appreciate it. I will do the same thing for you if you'd like regarding any of your content you want me to put out on my end. I've got a pretty good following myself. Share it out on, in your Discords or even in, Reddit groups and stuff like that. Reddit's a great place to share this stuff out. Just make sure you follow all the rules and don't get yourself banned for posting things you shouldn't. But I would appreciate the help, folks, because I truly want to help as many people make that change in their life, starting immediately today. And that's what the topic is going to be here today. We'll get to that in just a second. But you can make that change. Turn your life around and get everything you want. And make that change immediately. But you need one thing. You need just one thing, like I put in the title, to make it happen, right? And nobody realizes this because everyone tries to figure shit out on their own, right? How do I know that? I used to do that myself. That's somebody coming behind me. Let me wait for them to pass. Cool. You need one thing. And you can't do it on your own, like I said, because I tried, turning my life around when I was struggling with a lot of these things I talk about nowadays, many, many years ago, decades ago, right? And you can't do it on your own. You need help, right? And I feel here is the place that I can help as many people as possible in a very, very easy way. A very easy way, right? And quite frankly, it won't even cost you anything. It won't even cost you anything at all. And a lot of people are saying, well, if you're not charging anything, then how valuable is your information? Well, I'm giving a lot of my stuff away for free now to show the value. So you folks can see for yourselves that if you apply these principles that I teach and I share, and if you listen to my stories and my examples of what I've been through and relate it to what you've been through in the past or are currently going through and tweak it up a bit, you will see results, right? You will see results. And after you get those results, if you find it kind in your hearts, maybe you'll make a donation to sponsor the channel or to support the channel, right? After you've gotten something out of it, right? And that's the right way to do things nowadays. You build value by giving all your shit away for free initially, right? And I'm not saying you stop giving things away for free once you start to build a decent audience where it sustains itself, right? But before you can, charge a good amount of money for something, you have to prove to the people it can work, right? Now, here's another thing. Out here on YouTube and the internet, the place where most people, try to run a business, right? You're going to have half the people, like I said in the past, try to discredit you, right? Try to say you're a fake life coach. Try to say that you're a phony, you're a fraud. They'll call you every name in the book, right? They'll try to figure out what's really going on in your real life. They'll run background reports and all that stuff, right? None of that stuff bothers me, right? None of that stuff affects me. Only one thing that really matters. All right, we're back. Sorry, I got cut off again at a spot that I've been cut off before. Yeah, it is what it is. So like I was saying, you're going to have people that are going to try to discredit you. They do that to everybody, not just me. It happens to all people, right? Okay. And, whatever they say, whether it's true or not, some of it may be true, some of it is not true. None of that really matters. The only thing that matters is what type of value do you get and how much does it help you, right? Because if I can help you turn your life around where you double your income, or you find the woman or man of your dreams, where before it was a struggle and it wasn't happening, aren't you going to perceive value off of that, right? And at that point, it's not going to matter what anyone says or does, whether it's true or not. All that matters is, what am I able to do to help you, right? Just think about that, right? Think about that for a second. That's why I don't worry about what other people say about me, even, if it's negative, right? Right? And I'm grateful for the positive, feedback and all that, right? But I don't even make a big deal out of that. I'm just here to do what I enjoy doing, which is help people snap out of a rut they're stuck in, right? And help them, first and foremost, learn to love themselves. Because if you don't have love that starts deep within yourself, there's no way you can succeed at anything, right? And the funny thing is, like I've said in the past, I'll say it again, the people that are trying to trash talk people like me or discredit me or call me a fake, phony, fraud, or, fake life coach, whatever, right? Right? Those are the people that don't love themselves at all, right? Because people that love themselves don't waste their time trying to kick other people down. They'll just, If they don't like somebody or something, they'll just ignore it and go on with their day, right? People that go out of their way to kick you down are unhappy and miserable. And they need something to fill the time and void in their life or their lives, right? That's all it is, right? So today, when I get to the topic here in a second, okay, I want to share with you folks what I can truly do to turn your life around right away, immediately, guaranteed, no doubt in my mind. As long as you do your part. I can't guarantee shit if you're not willing to do the work. But if you do the work, I guarantee you it'll turn your life around. And eventually you will accomplish everything you've wanted to accomplish at a personal and professional level, right? Right? Now, like I said a second ago, when people get value, if following my work and what I do here has helped you and it's turned your life around for the better, personally and professionally, or one or the other, right? Then, hey, if you feel like making a donation, you could do it via super chat. Down below in the chat, there's a $sign there. You can send a super chat or a super sticker, right? Super chat sends a highlighted message. And the greater the super chat, the longer the message stays highlighted at the top of the chat. If you don't want to send a message, you can send a super sticker, which you can send an animated Giphy based on how you're feeling, right? Or you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. PayPal or Cash App. Nightbot's sharing my links every 7 minutes or so here in the chat while I'm live and during the replays. Or you can just go below in the description and my PayPal and Cash App links are there, right? So it's kind of like a try before you buy. And even if you try it out, and even if it works for you, you still don't have to donate. But see, most people that get value from something, and it turns their life around, and they have an opportunity to donate and give a little back, feel inclined to do so because it's made a big difference in their life, and they're happy that you were able to help them, right? And that's the way that I've always done business. For any business I've run on my own, I always go into it, sharing with people the value and not trying to sell them on something. I've never tried to sell anyone anything. I'm more like a consultant, right? I'm more so, will share with them, hey, if it's been a product in the past like insurance, hey, what can this do for you based on what you've got, right? You want to bring value, right? And then leave it up to them. I'd run them a quote and say, hey, think it over, talk it with your wife or family or whatever, right? And let me know if you need any more help, right? And more than half the time, they would come back and buy the policy, and they were grateful and thankful that I didn't try to hard sell them, that I gave them the time and space to think about it. But I provided so much value for them when I would present a quote for them or explain to them what type of insurance I was selling at the time, right? I always made them aware of their options, and I took the time to explain how coverage works and blah, 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 right? It's all about perceived value, right? People want to perceive value before they invest in you, right? And again, today, I'm not even asking you for money. I don't ever ask for money, right? I leave it up to people if they want to donate or not after they get value, right? But I want to share with you folks today what can make an immediate impact in your life and what you really need. The one thing you really need to make that change. This was something I needed years ago, right? Even in my early 40s, I had some things I was going through. And, I had a pretty good grip on life heading into my 40s, but I even learned a lot more in my early 40s. And I'll share with you what really made a huge difference in my life. The biggest difference. There's one person that's also another YouTuber made a huge difference in my life and still does to this day. Right? And most of you know that I'm a slight left liberal. I'm a Democrat, right? And this creator is on the right. He's not an extremist, but he's a Republican, right? And I respect his work more than anyone else that does what he does. Despite the fact that we have different political views. It's all about the value that he brought to me. And what value did I get from absorbing what he teaches and his content, right? So we'll get to that in just a little bit here. 9 people here, 6 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Like this stream, whether you're here live or on the replay. Share it out on your community walls or any social media site or any social media groups you're a part of, or privately through, messaging, groups that you may be a part of, right? Also, if you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell, and then also selecting all notifications so that way you're notified the moment I go live. Sometimes YouTube will give you a 30-minute notice. If you're subscribed, you bang the bell and select all notifications. Sometimes they'll give you a 30-minute notice. Coach Eli, Elias Melas is going live in 30 minutes, so you'll know. All right, we're back. It's not a good day with the interference today, so sorry. It looks like I'll be getting cut off quite frequently, but hey, I'll just come back right away like I just did, okay? So yeah, make sure you subscribe, bang the bell, and select all notifications, and then you will not miss anything. And like I've been talking about a little bit ago, what are you going to get for that? You're going to get daily, if not almost daily, live streams and pre-recorded videos with some of the most positive and uplifting and genuine and realistic content that will truly help you get to where you want to get to. And everybody has something that they want to accomplish. Even the trolls and haters have something they want to accomplish. Do they really want to be trolls and haters, or do they just not love themselves yet? Even they want to be better than they are. They just haven't come to terms with it yet, right? Everybody on this planet has something currently right now that they want to accomplish. And maybe they've tried to accomplish it for a while, but they either keep failing or giving up or make excuses that they can't find time to focus on it, right? I can help you turn that around. Come up with a game plan. And most importantly, hold you accountable to that game plan. And I'll share more about that in a second, so let's get this show started. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. There's somebody coming on the side, so I'm going to move over here. No dogs allowed on this trail, but he has his dog on here. Oh well. This is one of those gray areas, right? This is one of those situations I was talking about yesterday, right? Technically, this older gentleman who has a dog with him on the trail is not supposed to have it. I'll show you the sound on the way out. You've probably seen it, right? But this is one of those situations where, is he really bothering anyone? Is his dog bothering anyone? Is his dog shitting all over the place? And even if his dog did, he'd probably clean up after the dog, right? Okay? This is one of those situations where the law and the ordinance is subjective. It's subjective to, first of all, is anyone going to report him? Which, no, we're not. It'd be stupid, right? And even if you report him, are the cops just going to even do anything? They have better things to do. And even if the cops come out here, the guy will be long gone by that time, right? This is one of those ordinances and laws that's subjective, right? Everything is subjective. Go back and check out that stream from yesterday on my walk if you want to hear more about my thoughts regarding everything in life is subjective. It is. It truly is. Another thing I forgot to mention here before we get started, again, I'll have to restart the show. My lady is taking a walk right now in her neck of the woods and listening. Welcome to the show, babe. It's nice to talk with you earlier this morning. And glad to hear that you're having an amazing day. I can't wait to share my lady's story. Like, this woman is amazing. And based on what she's been through and how she's turned things around, she's the perfect example. And we're going to be sharing that example down the road when everything is all said and done within a few months down the road, like maybe 3 to 6 months, maybe a little sooner. We'll play it by ear. We'll figure out when the right time is to do it. But just know that's coming later on this year. Another reason is subscribe, bang the bell, and select all notifications so you know when that happens, right? Once again, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose Live Edition, live from the SF Bay Trail, San Francisco Bay Trail here in Redwood City, California. This is episode number 237. And the topic is how your life can get easier right away. All you need is one thing, one simple thing. How your life can get easier right away. All you need is one simple thing. And I'm not going to waste any more of your time. If you don't want to stick around, I'll tell you what that one simple thing is. Because a lot of people are going to say, okay, it's a support system. Your family, your friends, right? Maybe some coworkers. If you have a great support system, then you can make a significant change in your life right away. Give me a second here. Your life can get easier right away with the right support system. That is true to a certain extent. But depending on what you're struggling with, or struggling with many aspects of life, personally and professionally, right? And how severely you're struggling, right? Having that support system is going to do you no good until you truly realize and come to terms with what you're struggling with, right? And a lot of people are going to say, well, here's your pitch, Eli. Here's your pitch to try to reel in those customers. I'm not trying to reel in anyone. I'm offering this for free. So what do you really need? You need someone to hold you accountable. Every single day, you need someone to hold you accountable. That's going to be there for you to answer your questions and help you every step of the way. Because for many of you, regarding the things you're struggling with, it's a big struggle. For many of you, it's even a struggle just getting out of bed every morning, right? And wanting to face the day. You hate your job. You hate yourself. Maybe you're single and you wish you weren't, right? And you overthink things. You wonder why you're single. You wonder why you're not making more money. Let me let these people pass. And maybe you're one of those people like me that used to struggle with this in my younger days. And you try and try and try really hard, and you've tried so many times in the past to turn your personal and professional lives around. But you keep failing, or at least you think you keep failing, right? Well, I had to learn this the hard way. Because I've in my entire life, at least in the past before I figured this out, I used to put in a lot of effort to try to move my life forward, but I placed that effort on the wrong things and in the wrong people, right? I placed effort on the wrong things and in the wrong people, and into the wrong people. So how did I figure it out? How did I figure this out? I sought out help. I sought out help. I watched many personal development videos, and I started following many positive influences, people that do something similar that I do today. I sought out other coaches, other motivational speakers, other people that have written books on these aspects. I immersed myself in positivity, positive reinforcement, and I was looking at these people for answers. And a lot of the things that they initially said didn't make a lot of sense, or they made sense, but it was going to be a lot of work to turn these aspects around. And in order to turn these aspects around, I had to give up a lot of things, right? And some of the things I had to give up were friends and other people, friends and other acquaintances that were not the right influence and were weighing me down and holding me back. And that's one of the biggest problems that most people have nowadays. They settle to hang with certain people because those people are more readily available and accessible, right? But the truth of the matter is, people that are more so readily accessible on any given day to hang out with you are people that don't have a lot going for them and are probably in the same position you're in. So do you feel that's going to help you out? People that are less available but will make time for you are the better people you want to associate yourself with. And I struggled to figure that out because I used to be the kind of guy, my ladies kind of like this too. I used to be the kind of guy in my younger days, my 20s, where like I always wanted to hang out with somebody every single day, regardless of what was going on. Whether I was working, after I would get off work or before work, I wanted to hang out with friends, or whatever was going on. I always felt the need. I wanted to hang out with somebody, right? I wasn't happy being by myself, right? But the only people that were available, as much as I, felt like I wanted to spend time with people, all day, every day when I wasn't working or doing something else, the people that were available were the people that were not the right influence. It wasn't the right crowd. It was people that were in a similar situation I was in. And so that wasn't helping me at all, right? It might have been temporarily curing my loneliness and my blues, right, of being lonely, right, and wanting to hang out with someone all the time. But was it really correcting the underlying issue? No, it wasn't. That's something that my lady is currently going through right now. She's got a lot of friends that are fair weather friends that are available pretty much any time she'd want to hang out with them, right? But why are they available? Because they're miserable. They don't have a lot going on for them, right? Some of them are not in relationships. Some of them are in unhappy relationships, right? And the ones that are in an unhappy relationship want to hang out with her all the time because it's an escape from, the man that they're in an unhappy relationship with, right? If they're unhappy, in that relationship and they always want to escape, where are they with that man? Well, he's providing. That's all it is, right? Is that the right reasons to be with someone, right? And is that a good friend that's going to move you forward in life in a positive way? Is that friend going to be able to console you and be a good friend when you need something from them? You're there for them, but when are they there for you? And even if they're there for you, are they really capable of being there for you based on where they're at, right? Another thing, my lady and I don't see each other a lot, once or twice a week, and it'll change down the road as things progress forward, right? But maybe she'll understand this better now, right? I'm a busy guy between my business and my family stuff, right? Those two things alone take up the majority of my time, right? and my woman cares about me. She's really into me. I'm into her. It's all good, right? And she really respects the good guy that I am, right? But why am I that good guy? Why am I the way that, she's always wanted the man to be, right? Why am I that way? Because I worked on myself and I've removed all of the roadblocks in my life. I've removed people in my life that were fair weather friends and not on the same page and that were weighing me down. Yes, that did initially make me more lonely because those people that I used to be hanging out with, I'm no longer hanging out with them. But were they doing me any good? Occupied all my time with their misery, right? They had nothing positive to offer our friendship, right? And it was always about them taking from me and never giving, right? So was it even worth it, right? Let me come over here and wait for these people to pass. There's nobody on the observation deck right now. So I will be able to go up there today, it looks like. It's a nice day. Beautiful day. There's, let me just wait for these people to pass by. So this man and woman are walking on the trail and they've got like probably their phone in their pocket and they're listening to some like radio show, blaring it, right? Proper trail etiquette like this is to wear headphones, right? And I know I'm doing my show and I'm talking, but even when I pass people, like I keep it low, I move off to the side. I'm respectful. That's another thing I want to help people learn is to respect, your surroundings, respect other people that are around you, especially if you're in a public space that's shared like this. Be respectful, treat people the way you'd want to be treated, right? So here's the thing. It is one thing, like I said a little bit ago, to have a support system. You can have your family support you. You can have your friends support you. You can have coworkers support you, right? In the case of my lady, and we're going to share more about this story, down the road, like I've been mentioning, right? I keep talking about it because I want to build this up. It's huge. This is like, honestly, one of the most amazing transformations I've seen. And that's how much respect I have for this woman. Because based on what she's been through, and many of you have been through this, many of you ladies have been through this, even some of you guys, for her to turn this around in the way she has, not a lot blows my mind away, but this blows my mind away, right? Oh, and speaking of which, I forgot to mention, as I was pulling into the lot today, or actually when I got out of my car before I started doing this stream, some middle-aged dude around my age, maybe a little older, pulled in right next to me with a truck, had his window rolled down, and he was blasting some old school Eagles. Remember the Eagles with Don Henley and what's his name? The guy that would sing. Oh God, he's dead now. Glenn Fry, Don Henley, and Glenn Fry, right? They would, they each had their own, solo pieces as the two lead singers of the Eagles, right? And this dude was blaring the song "I Can't Tell You Why," and Don Henley was the lead singer of that, right? And right in the area where you pull in, right? It's there are a lot of apartments around here, right? So I'm assuming the song he was playing, it's not your typical song you'd see a dude play, right? Unless there's trouble in paradise, right? And then he starts cranking it up during the chorus. Every time I try to walk away, something makes me turn around and stay. And I can't tell you why, right? My own lady could probably be asking me that question now. Baby, you're probably laughing on your walk, right? Right? And I've told my lady, I'll say it again publicly here. I care about her. I'm not going anywhere. But initially in the beginning, because of everything she went through, and we share this story, I swear, folks, you're going to be like, this is an amazing story, amazing transformation, right? Amazing woman, right? Okay? Yeah, when I first was seeing her and I started seeing some of these things happening, like, honestly, it made me feel like, and babe, I've told you this, I'll say it again, but I'm not going anywhere, so don't get me wrong. It made me feel like I wanted to walk away. Not because I didn't care about her, not because she wasn't a good woman, not because she wasn't beautiful enough, she is, but because of some things she was going through that kept, affecting many of the dates that we had, right? So like the song goes, every time I try to walk away, something makes me turn around and stay. I was like that, right? I get that, right? So I understand what this guy in the truck, was probably feeling, right? He's probably going to see his woman that, said we need to talk, right? And when women say we need to talk, it means they want to break up with you, unless something miraculous happens and you turn our emotions around. Women are pretty set when they come to that decision because they don't come to that decision right away. Women fall out of love slowly over time, right? Right? Months, they start falling out of love sometimes 2-3 months in advance or more, right? Right? So every time I try to walk away, something makes me turn around and stay, and I can't tell you why. And I was trying to figure out myself with this lady I'm with, and babe, this is a great story. I was trying to figure out, why am I still here? Like, most guys would leave and not deal with this, right? Why am I still here, right? And she herself was wondering that, right? But now I can tell you why. Like I've been saying for the last month or two, because we've been together like over 5 months now, probably closer to 6 months, right? It's because she has the biggest heart and soul. And underneath everything she's going through, she's one of the most amazing women I've ever encountered. And quite honestly, and babe, I'm not trying to put you on a pedestal, and I don't do that kind of stuff. But even if it sounds that way, I really don't give a shit at this point because, it'd be very difficult to find a woman like her ever again, right? Now that may be saying a lot. Let me just come back down here. That may be saying a lot. That may sound like I'm simping. That may sound like I'm a white knight. Quite frankly, I really don't care if people think I'm simping or being a white knight. I'm really not, but I'm just speaking the truth, right? And the things that this woman has done for me, spending money on me, getting me things when she really didn't have the money to do it, she still did it. This woman would go broke to make me happy. I've never had a woman do that before. The things that this woman did to fight for us to get to where we're at today. I mean, wow. It's amazing. Like, I'm content. I'm happy. Right? But yeah, like that dude was blaring some Eagles, with lead singer Glenn Fry. I can't tell you why, right? Every time I try to walk away, something makes me turn around and stay, and I can't tell you why. Bow, now, 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 now. That dude was literally cranking some old school Eagles in the parking lot like it was modern rap bass music, right? And because I'm 48 years old and I know this shit. I've been through it. Trust me. I've had my days going through breakups. And I'll crank up some sad music, right? That has meaning, right? Trying to figure out, why she left me, why it didn't work out, right? We've all been through that, right? So that was just rather comical. Got 9 people here. 6 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. 10 people now. Like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications. Help me spread this message out, folks. So, just having a support system of friends and family members and coworkers and acquaintances, yeah, it's great, but it's not good enough, because those people are not going to really help you understand the underlying issue that's causing your misery and your unhappiness, right? They will support you by saying, hey, I'm here for you. Hey, you know, let me know if you need something. Let me know if you need to talk, right? And even if you talk with these people, they don't really know, or they can't really figure out what the underlying issue is. One thing of many things I'm good at, humbly speaking, is that I'm very intuitive, I have great instinct, and I can pretty much figure out anyone's underlying issue within like 5 minutes after talking with you, right? I can hear your tone of voice. I can ask you a few questions, right? Right? I can pretty much figure out what is affecting you within 5 minutes, right? And then we can immediately start to come up with a plan on how to turn it around, right? You need someone to hold you accountable on top of your, system of friends and family that are there to support you, your support system, right? And again, that's where a guy like me comes in. It can be myself or any other coach or anyone else that does something similar as I do. The difference with me at this point is I'm willing to help any one of you out there free of charge. All you have to do is join my subreddit, the Genuine Emotional Support Group for Men and Women. I haven't promoted it in a while, but I'm going to start focusing on that again. The link is below in the description. I believe it's r/real emotional support. reddit.com/r/real emotional support. I believe it's what the URL is. Go below in the description and you can join there, right? And as long as you're real and you're genuine and you're not trolling, trying to waste my time, because I could pick up on trolls immediately, I will help you through that group each and every day. You can post what's going on anonymously. You don't have to use your real name. Make up a name. It doesn't matter, right? And share with me what's going on. What have you tried to accomplish? What have you done to try to accomplish what you want to accomplish, whether it's personal or professional, right? Share some of your experiences. Give me a little bit to work with, and I'll help you get back on the right track. And the honest truth is this, folks, the honest truth. If you want the real simple answer that will fix all of your issues, even right now, this very moment, right? If you just learn this one thing, like I keep saying, then you don't need to do shit. That's all you need to do is love yourself, right? If you learn to really love who you are deep within, no matter what happens to you, no matter what anyone does to you or says to you, if you really become that strong and love yourself that much, that's all it takes to turn your entire life around and get whatever you want. Now, does that mean you're going to be successful at everything right away, personally and professionally, even if you start loving yourself when before you didn't? No, it takes time. You gotta be positive for a long time, right? You got to keep it together for a long time. You got to give people the chance and opportunity to see the changes in you, right? It's not going to happen right away. Like my lady, for example, her kids have not been too fond of some of the things she's been doing that's been affecting her life. Same thing that bothered me, same thing that bothered everyone that knows her, because they love her and care about her, right? Right? And now that she's started to turn her life around and things are getting better, like things are just, over the last few days, and again, wait till you hear the story, like things have become amazing. Her attitude has shifted, her tone of voice has shifted. Like, wow, I'm just blown away, right? But even I'm telling her, look, you've proven it to me, I'm your man. I'm always going to be supportive of you, right? And I believe in you, and I've been with you on this struggle more so than your friends and family, because you and I spend more time together than anyone else you spend together with, and we talk every day for hours, right? So I know your situation better than anyone, even your mother and father and your kids, right? You know, she wants to rebuild a strong relationship with her kids, you know, her son and her daughter, right? It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen even in a week or a month. It's going to take time and consistency, right? You got to let them see the change. You got to let them come to you. In the meantime, keep bettering yourself, right? Keep becoming the better version of yourself, or the best possible version of yourself that you can be. And that will just fix everything by itself down the road, but it is going to take time. There was a fly on my iPhone 12 Pro Max screen. That's why I blew on it. Sorry about that. 11 people here, 6 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Let's try to get the 10 thumbs up before the stream ends. I'm on my way back, from the first side of the trail. I'm going to go on the other side as well. I've been really pushing myself to do 4+ miles of walking every day. And that's the thing. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, is that they make the change, right? For example, people make the change, right? They come across someone like me. They allow me to help them, hold them accountable, right? They start to love themselves more. And they start doing all the right things. But then what happens? They're not getting results quick enough, right? And babe, and every other lady out there that I've ever talked to in my life, including my mother and stuff, right? There's one thing about women that's true across the board. Women have zero patience. They're emotional beings. They have zero patience, right? So try explaining this to a woman. It's like, hitting your head against a brick wall over and over again, right? Boom, 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 right? Right? But even women, if you keep, pushing it into their mind, and you motivate them like I've been motivating my lady, they begin to understand that in this case, you're going to turn your life around. You're turning your life around. It's still going to take time for everyone to see it. And even if they see it, they want to see how consistent you're going to be at it. That's not going to take a day or a week or a month or 6 months. It might take a year or 2. You just got to keep moving forward. And eventually everything will fall into place. Now, like I said, there are people that can turn this around through the help of people like me, holding them accountable, being there to support them every day, above their support structure, like I've been mentioning, right? But when they don't get results quick enough, they're like, shit, I've been doing this for a month now or 2 months, and I'm still alone. I'm still not, getting ahead, this and that, right? So what happens? They give up and they revert going back to the way they were. They start hating themselves again instead of continuing to love themselves, right? And that's where I come in and say, look, this takes time. Another thing I told my woman yesterday, we were talking, right? I said, baby, have you heard the phrase regarding Rome? She goes, yeah, it wasn't built in a day. That's right, baby. Rome wasn't built in a day, babe, right? I want you all to understand the same metaphor there. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Your life is not going to, you're not going to get everything you want out of life one day after you turn your life around and start loving yourself. You got to love yourself consistently. And while you're loving yourself and, bettering yourself, right, you're still going to go through struggles. You're going to have people that are going to try to, kick you down. Like in the case of my lady, her positive attitude is going to repel a lot of her friends, because a lot of her friends have a negative shit attitude. And the reason why they were friends with my lady is because my lady was going through a lot of things and stooped down to their level so they can have something to relate to, right? So now that my lady has a positive, outgoing attitude, loves herself, and is very happy, How's that going to come off to her friends that are still feeling miserable? They're going to try to kick her back down to the level she used to be so that way they can feel better, right? That's another thing I want to help you folks understand. Don't let people kick you back down to a negative shit level once you've turned it around. You need to rise above that. And quite frankly, I'm not here to tell anyone who to be friends with and not to be friends with. But if you have friends like that and they don't appreciate your change and change along with you, right? And keep trying to kick you back down, at some point you have to decide and say, you know what? I don't want to be around this negativity anymore. This is what's ruined my life. And I don't want to be around it, right? Hey, friend, it's not you that necessarily ruined my life, but it's hanging around misery, such as what you bring around our friendship when I'm around you. And I've risen above that. I don't want this anymore, right? I've had enough of this, right? I never really wanted this in the first place, right? Queen, are you still there? Can you folks hear me? I would call the dog catcher or dog police. What are you, dog police now? It might be his rescue dog. You don't know. Well, that's a possibility. But I didn't see, you see, Queen, whenever it's a guide dog or a rescue dog, they have to legally put a vest on that doggy to identify that dog. It's called a service dog, Queen. Any service dogs are allowed to go anywhere, right? All right, can you folks see me picture and voice? I want to make sure. Derek just put something in the chat. I'm not the dog police, and like I was saying earlier, Queen, I would never report something like that. It's stupid. It's the law is subjective. In that case, the guy's not causing any problems. His dog's not shitting all over the trail. If his dog took a dump, he would probably clean it up. I'm just saying that technically the ordinance is no dogs allowed on the trail. And that's why I was saying yesterday on my stream, everything in life is subjective, including the law, right? So you're right. I totally agree with you on that. Queen, I'm on your side. I don't know where the argument was, Queen, but Queen, I agree with you. Hello, Queen. Host, will you be watching Biden's State of the Union tonight? I hope he takes his nap before so he can speak semi-clearly. Hee. I'm going to be on. Actually, it'll be happening. It'll be happening before I go live. I can't remember what time it's going to be on. I think it's 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Or 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. I can't remember. I'm going to be going on at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific from the studio. Yeah, everyone makes fun of, Biden's speech and stuff like that. For a guy his age to do what he's doing, he's a very smart guy, and he has a big heart and soul, and he honestly cares about all Americans, right? And I'm not offended by that. I did vote for him. Yes, I am a Democrat. Yes, I'm a slight left liberal, and I know you're on the right. That's okay. It's all good, right? But yeah, I'll probably catch it. I'll probably check it out. If not, I'll watch it later. I'm going to be preparing for my stream and eating. But I'll probably have it on the background on my iPhone 12 Pro Max. I've got the DirecTV app, so I can watch regular TV channels wherever I'm at. So I'll probably have it on in the background. And probably watch it more afterwards because, before I go live on the stream, I got to get my mindset in the right place to do a good show. So, and I want to go back and watch the replay of Biden's State of the Union address in its entirety and really dissect it and really try to, understand what he's saying. And I'm not saying because I don't understand how he's speaking, I do. But I want to take what he's saying and really let it soak in, right? I think the State of the Union address will say a lot about where we're at and where we're heading. Do I think Biden's going to be directly clear about everything? I think he's going to be as clear as possible, as much as he can say without saying too much and causing issues, right? But I'll be able to dissect what he means, and I'll have a good idea of where we're heading, over the next 3 to 6 months, or between now and summer. It's about 3 months away, and then by the end of summer, 6 months away or so, right? And what was I going to say? I totally slipped my mind. When Biden was, even before Biden got into office and Trump was going golfing in 2020, right? Biden already started to focus on getting COVID, under control, and even more so right when he got into office in January 21. Okay? 2021. And he's made a huge difference. And a lot of people don't give him enough credit, right? Being the president of the United States is not an easy job, right? And I'm not trying to even criticize Trump supporters or Trump himself, but I don't think Trump would have done anywhere nearly as good of a job. I think if Trump was still in office, I think we would still be trying to figure out COVID, and it would have created chaos. And that's why I think a lot of people, didn't vote Trump in. They switched to Biden. They switched to the other side because they really didn't see a good plan, and they didn't really see Trump doing anything to get COVID under control. That's my honest opinion, right? It's just my opinion. I'm not hating on anyone. I'm just sharing what happened, right? Trump's, the way Trump was handling COVID is probably what lost him the election for the most part, in my opinion. Others too, but that was primary, right? And what did he do? His last 2 months in office, he went golfing. You know it. He went golfing, dude. I keep saying that. I don't have to keep rehashing it. It is what it is. Right? Anyway, I got somebody coming behind me. I'm going to pull over here. Whew. Folks, once again, please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select on notifications. Join the Genuine Emotional Support Group for men and women on Reddit at r Real Emotional Support. The link is below in the description, here live and on the replay. If you want me to help you each and every day, that's where to get the free help. Now's the time to do it, folks. And I'll tell you, when I share my lady's story, I'm going to be doing several interviews with her, and her and I are going to probably end up doing a show together later on this year when this is all said and done. When you folks hear the amazing transformation she made and how quickly she made it, and again, I'm a humble person. Like, I don't need a pat on the back or anything. But in order to bring value to my work so this can grow, so her and I can both help more people in the future, I got to come out and say that I have made a big impact in her life. And I have helped her through a lot of this stuff. And I never gave up on her. And I was there for her constantly, right? That's what people need. People need, in order to get through traumatic things, to turn your life around for the better, you need to have someone there for you constantly. Now, how is that going to be possible when I'm one person and many people may need this help? That's why when we do it in the subreddit, on Reddit, in the Genuine Emotional Support Group subreddit, I can sit there and post many things. I can respond to everyone quickly and get them their answer. If it's something that needs a little bit more hand-holding and stuff, I'll do a stream on it that same day or the next day. You see, folks, I can get you the help that you need immediately and for free, right? Now, I can offer this stuff for free because, yes, I do have ads on my YouTube channel, right? And I've got other income methods, and I don't need to get into that. But right now, I want to offer as much as I possibly can for free to truly help people. Some people can't afford this stuff, right? And if you can't afford it, I still want to help you, right? But even if you can't afford it, before you even spend a penny or donate anything, let me help you. Let me show you what being a part of my group, my organization, my business, or just being a part of the emotional support group, right, can do to turn your life around. If you're struggling, share this out to them, right? Say it out. This guy can help you. Join this group. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Okay? You've been afraid long enough. You got to take a chance in order to turn your life around. At some point, you've got to take a chance. You got to put your guard down. If you keep your guard up, even the people that can help you turn your life around when you need help, we can't help you with your guard up. You got to take your guard down. That's another topic I'm going to do at some point. You got to let your guard down. You got to let somebody in if you want to end up fully removing your guard and having, the pleasure of enjoying life in the way it was meant to be enjoyed personally and professionally. You think World War III is coming, Queen? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if World War III was coming, but I don't think it's going to get to that point. I think if anything, Queen, if Russia ends up taking over parts or all of Ukraine, right? I think the U.S. will step in and other Ukrainian allies, global allies, will step in and they will go after Russia. And see, Russia has probably the number two. It's the number two military. Number one is the U.S., right? Okay. But when you have the number one military, the U.S., and all these allies going into Russia, do you not think that all of us together couldn't overtake Russia? The U.S. could probably overtake Russia on its own. Now, it would create a war and people would die and they'd be, the last thing we want to do is have a nuclear war, which could destroy us all pretty quickly, right? Like, that's the one thing I worry about Vlad Putin. He's so mentally and emotionally unstable that, he might create a nuclear war and end everything, right? People don't understand. Like, we have all these bombs, right? Every time the U.S. builds a bomb, Russia builds one, right? And we try to compete with how many bombs we have, but how many do we need to blow up the entire world, right? I get what you're saying, though, Queen. This is scary stuff, right? Right now, it's not as scary as it could be. There have been some people that have lost their lives, but this war between Russia and Ukraine isn't as big as everyone thought it would be. But it's still bad enough. Anyone losing life is bad. Any type of war is bad. But this is like compared to, when you compare this to a civil war or world war, it's nowhere nearly at that level, at least at this point. This is more like kids playing in the playground and beating the crap out of each other, right? Figuratively speaking, people are dying, but you know what I'm saying, right? But it hasn't been as destructive as it could have been, or it could still be. But we'll see what happens. Am I going through? Are you still there? Can you folks see me and hear me? Let me know. Should be all right. Well, I have this moment, folks, once again tonight from the studio at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be doing Dating Advice for Men and Women, Volume 11. I've got 5 great Reddit stories to go over tonight. It's always interesting what these people are putting out there. It's primarily younger adults in their late teens and throughout their 20s and even their early 30s, but sometimes it's even older people in their 40s and 50s that struggle with things, right? Some people don't figure this shit out until they're in their 40s and 50s. And some people never figure it out, and unfortunately they live a miserable life, right? I want to help as many people as possible not live a miserable life at any age, right? I want to help you finally figure out what it's going to take to get over your struggles and feel happy about yourself and project that happiness into the universe and attract happiness back. And also learn, like I've been saying, the most important thing is to remove any roadblocks, remove any negativity, and that includes removing people that are negative in your life, that are probably your friends. And even if you have some negative family members, you may have to remove them. Like, let me give my lady an example here that she may understand, right? And this is meant to be said with love, okay? The reason why your kids are staying away from you is because, or have stayed away from you for a little while, is because they saw you, going through a demise that you were struggling with, and they didn't want to see you go through that, right? Basically how you were seeing yourself. So would you want to be a part of anyone's misery? No. So why would they want to be a part of anyone's misery, including their own mothers, right? So you turn it around, right? You turn things around, start loving yourself more, start being a happy, positive person, and just be that way for the rest of your life. And eventually they'll come back into your life, and everyone else that pulled away will come back into your life. Because now they're seeing the happiness. Now, they're seeing, oh, okay, this is somebody that is worthy of hanging out with and being around. That's not going to bring negativity into my life, right? That's the key. Good people do not want any negativity in their life, right? And like me, I will remove any and all negativity from my life. I can spot it immediately, and I remove it immediately. Give me a second here, folks. Putin is destroying the bioweapons lab in Ukraine because it was for the New World Order. Joe has made some very disturbing comments for sure and done very creepy things. What creepy things has Joe done? Joe is happily married, has a good wife, he has a good family. What creepy things has Joe done? I mean, even if he had time to do creepy, even if he wanted to do creepy things, he doesn't have the time to do it. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand what some people will do and say. Kick down the president. Like, it's your opinion, and I understand that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but there isn't anything that he's done that's creepy. Yeah, he's an older guy. Yes. He may have a little bit of a speech impediment, right? Doesn't mean he's not qualified for the job, and doesn't mean that he's not mentally competent and stable for the job. All of that is tested before they even get in office. And presidents go through many psych evaluations and lots of medical checkups. And these are the things where, some people, with no disrespect to any present company, this is just in general, some people will just criticize anything and everything, right? Some people are just set in their ways, and they're not open to suggestions and change, right? For me, it's never been about Democrat versus Republican, right? It's never been about political parties. It's been about who's best for the job. If Donald Trump could have accomplished the same things that Joe Biden has, I'd have no problem with him being in office, and I wouldn't despise him like I do. Right? So this is not about political party preference or anything like that. This is about doing the right thing for the overall aspect, the best overall aspect of everyone, right? But these people that come at Joe and stuff like that, you know, it's a pretty big group, but it's like 25% of the country. It's typically the alt-right people and some people on the right, some people on the regular conservative right, but a lot of these people are the alt-right people, right? And that really isn't a political party. It's just, you know, their own world, right? Like you call this new world order thing, right, Queen? Right? Who knows? There's been speculation. You never know, but I don't think that Ukraine was, you know, trying to set up anything funny. That's an excuse that Putin's putting out there as a reason to justify this war. Putin just wants control. He wants to go down. He wants to be like Hitler. He wants to be Hitler famous, right? And yeah, Hitler, you know, was a famous guy. But for what? For doing all the bad things? You want to be famous for being a bad guy? I mean, what kind of sense does that make, right? And here's the thing. It is extremely easy for anyone to become famous doing bad things. But it's difficult to become famous for doing the right thing, right? So what's more valuable? What's more meaningful, right? Typically I get cut off over here. I'm just going to keep going because I need to finish this as soon as possible. Get home, eat, and then maybe catch a little bit of Biden's dress, and then get ready for my live stream tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific from the studio. Dating Advice for Men and Women, Volume 11. 5 great ways. I'll put my own spin on it. Interesting stuff. And folks, if you, like I keep saying, if you just watch these entire shows, you don't even have to watch them. You can listen to them in the background, right? Podcast style. If you want to watch what's on the screen, you can. That's why I put it on the screen and stuff, right? But most of us are on the go. You can listen to this while you're in your car or at work if you do a job that allows you to multitask like this, right? A lady will listen to this at work when she can. All right, you can never ever guarantee 100% success. The only thing you can guarantee is that you'll start heading on the right track. And that's the purpose of this stream here, okay? Okay. You can completely turn your life around starting right now. If you do this one thing, allow someone to hold you accountable. Someone that's knowledgeable and has a lot of experience and can help you every step of the way, each and every day. I can guarantee you'll start heading on the right track and you will eventually accomplish what you want to accomplish. Or you'll realize that particular thing wasn't meant to be and you can focus on something else you'll accomplish. Either way, you're going to win. You're going to eventually get what you want. I've never seen Joe Biden or heard of Joe Biden doing anything to any child. That's a ridiculous statement. And anyone that puts something out like that, use Photoshop, come on, don't you think that would be like front page news? Don't you think that, they would try to impeach him? You can't believe everything you hear and see. What did Tevin say, Queen? So I can let you know if I think it was a super troll. What did he end up saying? All right. I'm out. You know what? I don't. So, Queen, I'm back. And I'm just letting you know, Derek's gone. And I'll tell you why he's gone. I'm not going to put up with even soft trolling. He's said this before. He said it the second time. He's like, Queen, you're hitting the nail on the board. I used to mistakenly say, hit the nail on the board instead of hit the nail on the head. And so he's trolling, right? That's how intuitive I am, and that's how great my memory is. And that's just really, really pathetic, right? And if he's who I thought he was, which I'm thinking it probably was him, I mean, come on, dude. If you're 8'10 or BBB, I'm not going to go any further than that, right? Some people that have been following me for a while know who I'm talking about. To everyone else, it doesn't matter. I'm assuming you're 8'10 or you're BBB, right? Right? It's like, what do you get out of, constantly making fun of a mistake I made years ago, right? Is it because you wish I would go back to calling these people out and getting triggered and entertaining you folks because I was a lot more fun and lively that way? That's not who I am. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem putting people in their place and whooping some ass when necessary. But that's not what I'm here for. Queen, can you hear me and see me? Let me know, Queen. Let me know if you understand what I was saying, so you know why I removed Derek. And also, folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 10 to 12 minutes or so, maybe 15 minutes, probably about 15 minutes. I don't think anyone else is on the... Oh, there's one person on the observation deck, so I'm probably not going to go up there. I am here. So you heard my explanation, right, Queen? Yeah, I had to remove Derek. I'm not going to play... I'm not here to play games anymore, folks. I never was here to play games in the first place. But I don't even want soft trolling. Like, soft trolling, hard trolling in general. I'm not here for that, right? If you're not going to take my message seriously, then you can get the fuck out of here. That's it, right? I don't want to waste a breath on people that are acting like little kids and don't want to become better and don't want to grow, right? Because the people that continue to troll, even soft troll, you're unhappy about some aspect of your life. And the thing is, I'm not going to let you project that onto me or people that are here for the right reason to actually rise above everything, like the shit you folks are doing, right? These people can't get enough of me, like they want to just ride my jock or something, right? It's just surreal, right? They got nothing better to talk about than me or troll me, right? And I'm cool and calm. I'm not pissed off. I'm just stating the facts. It's not going to derail me, right? I'm sharing it right now because I'm just making you aware of how pathetic you are. And miserable you are, right? These people are the perfect example of people that are lonely, pathetic, and miserable, and insecure and weak, and they're mainly men. And the thing is, very few women have a problem with me, right? There are a few women in this group of trolls and haters that's been coming at me for years on YouTube. There are a few women that don't like me, maybe like 3 or 4, but it's like 99% men, even like 99.9% men. And the women that don't like me are women that behave like men anyways, or try to behave like men, right? So it's like their opinion doesn't matter to me, right? Right? That's the truth, right? The majority of women have no issue because, see, women don't waste their time doing this stupid shit that these guys do. Women don't waste their time trolling. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't any female trolls. There are, but there are very few. It's primarily men. And why do men do it? Because they're insecure, they're immature, right? They're unhappy and miserable within themselves. They're low-life scumbags. They're incels, involuntary celibates, right? Right? They would rather do this than work on themselves and be attractive to women and then hang out with women and have some fun with a lady, right? Any of these guys here that are doing this would rather be with a cute, sexy woman having some fun. Bedroom fun, maybe a weekend getaway or something, right? But the reason why they're here doing this is because of the way they see themselves, the way they act, or maybe the way they look and don't take care of themselves. They can't get that, right? It's the truth. But you can turn it around. I can help you. But I can't help you if you're going to soft troll or troll. It's stupid, right? That's all it is, right? Right? If you're going to focus most of your energy trying to pull a fast one on me or talk shit about me or make fun of some phrase I used to misquote, right? Yeah, okay, hit the nail on the board, it's hit the nail on the head, right? I get it. Sometimes I screw things up when I'm live on the air, right? And I've been working to get better on my delivery, so what's the point, right? And if you don't want to get banned and you know eventually it's going to ban you, then why do you do it? Because you want to get banned. Because you want to get banned, you want to see my reaction, and then you want to come back on another account and do the same shit again down the road, right? It's so stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. Yeah, I'm sure he took his like away now too. That's fine. Not a big deal. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Right? I don't know. There's somebody like exercising at the top of the observation deck. So I'm just going to turn around, start heading back. Folks, once again, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe a little bit less. Again, tonight, join me at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for another installment of Dating Advice for Men and Women. This is volume number 11. Again, like I've been saying, I've got 5 great Reddit stories with great situations that many of you have probably been a part of. I know I have. I can relate to these stories. I choose stories I can also relate to because I've been through all this stuff. How would I know what to talk about and dissect if I hadn't been through it, right? So I choose stories. And pretty much, I've been through so much, there isn't a story that I haven't experienced, right? There isn't a story from someone else that I personally also haven't experienced myself. And I dissect these, and I share, hey, what they did right, what they did wrong, how they could have done things better, or if they did the right thing and it just wasn't the right person to come into their life. Sometimes you can do everything right, and it's not good enough. If you're a man, it may not be good enough for a woman. If you're a woman, it may not be good enough for a man because it just wasn't meant to be. Maybe the attraction wasn't there, right? And a lot of times, it's not even about physical attraction. You can be physically attracted to a man and a woman. They can be physically attractive to each other. But they have different goals. They enjoy doing different things. Like, I'm not the kind of person that wants to play. I'm not a gamer that plays games all day. I haven't done that since I was younger, right? So I wouldn't get along with a woman that's a gamer chick, right? Okay. I wouldn't get along with a woman that how do I say this the right way? Let me just put it to you this way. There are certain things that don't resonate with me. And no matter how sexy a woman is, even if she was attracted to me too, I would end up not going out with a woman like that because we don't relate on much of anything besides physical attraction. Sure, we can have great sex for a night or two, but where's that going to go? I would want that to be meaningful too, right? I'm with my lady because we grew up during the same time. We're less than 2 years apart. I'm like about a year and a half older than her. We love the same music. We love doing the same things, right? That's what it takes. Wow, that sun is really, really piercing out. It's a really, really nice day out here today. Now that dude finally left the observation deck. I could have probably waited a little bit longer and gone up there, but oh well. Now we've got 12 in the box, 6 thumbs up. We've been on for 93 minutes, which is an hour and 33 minutes with a couple of cutouts, probably an hour 31, hour 32 minutes or so, something like that. Yeah, we've been blitzing through the 4 miles in about an hour and a half lately. I'm probably going to stop over here and wait for that person to pass by on that's behind me. So he's coming. Let's sit down for a second. Yeah. Peace and quiet. Nothing better than peace and quiet. No trolls allowed out here. Sometimes you just got to breathe in and breathe out. All right, let's start heading back. I got to get back and eat and prepare for the night stream from the studio. Oh yeah. Look, this whole thing is dry. There's usually a lot more water here, but the weather has been decent. And I believe it's also partially controlled too. But I think the weather has something to do with it and the amount of rain that we get too. I mean, it's a controlled environment here. I mean, this was all built. I mean, it was here, but they built the trail, over it, smoothened out dirt. And, of course, they've added equipment and stuff to control the water, so who knows? But anyway. Yeah, again, get your questions, comments, concerns in the chat. We'll be going off the air soon. Folks, I really want to help as many people as possible accomplish whatever it is that your heart's desire. In order to accomplish that, you need support. And you need more support than just the support that your family and friends and coworkers and other other acquaintances give you, right? You need more support in ways where someone like me can quickly identify what the underlying issue you're going through is, whether it's personally or professionally, and then help you understand that underlying issue and tell you, hey, it's okay. Everyone's gone through this. I've been through it too. But this is what's going on. I know it's hard to admit it. It's hard to admit being wrong. But this is where the issue is, and I can help you through it, and I'll help you through it here in this group, free of charge, as long as you want to stay around, as long as you're open to the help, as long as you can finally look yourself in the mirror and realize, hey, you've been trying to fool yourself, because no one wants to admit mistakes, and no one wants to admit guilt, or no one wants to admit that what they've been doing in their life is just not working. They don't want to admit it's their fault. No one wants to admit that things are their fault. They don't, right? But no one can help alone. You can't even help yourself unless you admit and accept what's happening. Before you can correct something, you've got to accept what the issue is, and you have to figure it out, right? You got to come to terms with it on your own, like I said. And if you can't come to terms with it on your own and be open to the help. Like, for example, if you can't identify it yourself and deep within, see that you're ready to make a change, then I can't even help you. No one can help you. You got to be open to the help. I got some guys here on the right. And now they're going to be going off the trail. I'm going to wait for them to go. Just a really, really beautiful day out here today. Let's check out some of the little duckies. Queen loves ducks and birds and all that. That's a nice shot. I've zoomed that as far as I can. Wow, that's pretty far zoomed. Yeah, it does zoom pretty far, the YouTube app. The quality is not too bad. It's optical zoom up to 2.5x on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The 13 Pro Max has 3x. But then after that, it's digital zoom. And the digital zoom actually, through the iPhone and the YouTube app, really isn't that bad. So I'm quite impressed by it. Anything optical is better, but when you're doing these mobile live streams, it's not really, yeah, you want to have the best quality possible, but it's not really even about quality. It's about, not even about video quality. You want to do it as best possible. It's more about, what you're saying and how you're helping people, what value you're bringing. But not bad. Just waiting for people to come up the ramp here and enter so I can pass and go the way I go. Okay, let's go. So yeah, just so people can see. No pets. It's an ordinance for this trail. But not a big deal. Everything in life is subjective. Again, go back and watch that stream. Like I was saying, I'm going to be taking the day off tomorrow. I'm just fluctuating. It's just odd lately. Like everyone's been exiting this trail when I've been exiting it, walking across the street. Most people that walk this trail live in these apartments here. But it's not really that difficult to get here from any part of Redwood City. It might take you a 5 or 10 minute drive, but it's totally worth it, right? Anyway, folks, go below in the description and join the Genuine Emotional Support Group for Men and Women on Reddit. You'll see my name, Coach Eli, there. You'll know it's the right group. Well, you just click on the link in the description, and let's start working together and letting the community I've built help you better your life, get you where you want to get to. Right? Let's just avoid all negativity. Let's avoid all hate. Ignore all trolling. Trolling's going to happen, folks. We've got a lot of people that are in a manic state of depression, right? We've got a lot of people that don't love themselves, a lot of people that can't stand seeing anyone being successful in anything or being a good person because they're miserable and because they're not happy. They feel you shouldn't be happy either. We need to ignore those people and focus on the greatness we want to accomplish outside of those people, right? I appreciate you all. I love you all. Again, if you really need the help, folks, I can help you. I can truly help you. You know, if you want to listen to what other people are saying about me, or what they're saying about other people that do something similar as I do, and you want to allow those people to deter you from someone that could change your life for the better in any aspect fairly quickly, right? If you want to let that deter you, then that's on you, right? It's your choice. If you take that chance, you give this community a chance here, I promise you, you will see results faster than anyone else could offer you or even provide you the results that I would help you with. I will work with you personally. I will respond to you personally through the Reddit support group each and every day. I got my phone when I'm not around the computer, and even my lady wouldn't have a problem with me responding to help someone in need, because she's been someone that needed help in need, and so have I in the past. And we know that sometimes we're going to need people to be there to make it through something. We want to be there for you. Give us that opportunity. Rise above all this bullshit. Ignore all this crap. Ignore all these trolls and these haters, right? Ignore it. There are people make videos on me all the time criticizing my personal life, my living situation that they think is something and which is not, right? They don't know what the truth is, but they make things up, right? They criticize, you know, my walk with sciatica. They criticize my bald head. They criticize my name, Coach Eli. They've called me Cuck Eli, right? You know, they've criticized me in every way possible. They've made things up. That's what people do. You have to choose whether to rise above that or not, right? And if you're choosing not to rise above that, then you're just not ready. Then you're no different than they are, right? But if and when you're ready and you want to come over and get some real support and turn your life around and stop acting like a little kid as a grown-ass man or woman, that's when I can help. And eventually my lady's going to be helping me run this business soon too. There's a lot more coming here, folks. There's a lot more coming. I'm going to tell you right now. Right now, the stuff that you're getting for free, when this thing takes off later on this year, when my lady gets involved, it's not going to be free. It'll still be reasonable, but it's not going to be free. And as it continues to grow, as the demand goes up, so does the price. Right now, you have a golden opportunity to get all this stuff for free. No one else will offer you that. No one else will offer you what I will offer you at no cost. Take advantage of it. Before I shut this down, let me go offline and come back on so I can shut this down without, improperly shutting down the stream. I'll be right back. All right, so with that being said, folks, have yourselves a great day. Once again, I'll be going live from the studio tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific with another installment of Dating Advice for Men and Women, Volume 11. 5 great Reddit stories. They're really, really good. You're not going to miss them. I'll be on for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, probably 2 hours. It'll go until about midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific, and then probably talk to my lady if she's still up. She's not working tomorrow. So you'll be up, babe, right? You'll be up, and you'll be watching and texting me your questions, right? And I'll answer them live on the air, right? Because right now we're not going to dox you in the chat yet, right? Have yourselves a good one, folks. We'll see you later tonight. Take care, and as always, well, did I thank Queen for being here? Thank you, Queen, for being here. Thank you to everyone for being here. Sorry. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.